Welcome back to another edition of Trogly's Guitars, Troglodytes. Today we have a very early 1979 Gibson Les Paul Custom from the much more desired factory, Kalamazoo. A lot of people don't know this, but in the 70s, and I think up until about 82, 83, the Kalamazoo plant was still in production, so they were also producing customs on top of like the higher end archtop guitars. But a lot of people just think, all of the customs were from Kalamazoo or they were all from Nashville. However, that's not true. I really love these Kalamazoo customs. They play and sound better in my opinion. That's my opinion though. Usually these guys have a little bit thicker of necks. This one I would still say is a 60s profile. Some identifying factors are the dots on the side of the fretboard are larger if it's from Kalamazoo, and quite the most obvious one is the Made in USA stamp is vertically stamped this way. The Nashville ones go horizontally like that. And the other identifying factor is $4.99 or less will be Kalamazoo, 500 and higher will be the Nashville plant. So this is one of the desirable ones. This was somebody's player. It took me about 3 hours of scrubbing this thing down. This was definitely kind of a bar player for somebody. There was a lot of nicotine just kind of stuck on the guitar, but I've got most of that off, and it surprisingly doesn't reek of smoke or anything. It does have a very faint odor to it, so if you're allergic, you probably don't want this one, but I mean, if it's just a scent you really don't like, I really don't think you'll have too much problems. I did a pretty good job cleaning this guy, so you should be okay with this one. This one, not only is it the more desirable factory, but you also have the best case in the world, a Gen 2 chainsaw case. Gen 1 did not have the back latch. So this one has all 3 functioning latches. It has a creepy bear sticker on it. I would personally take that off, but I'll leave that up to you. And some other sticker residue over here. Inside is in good shape yet. Nothing's really peeling off. It's just the best cases ever. They're so sturdy. I like them better than the Gen 3s. Show you here real quick. The Gen 3s got bulkier, as you can see. It's the one on the bottom. So the Gen 2 is my personal favorite. The true Gen 1 sell for quite a premium though, just because they're missing that back latch. Back to this beauty though. You have a gorgeous maple top. It looks like 1, 2, 3 piece. Yep, 3 piece, and it really has a nice plain top to it. You've got some nice flame figuring in that middle piece there and in that left piece there. It's just a very unique top. I personally love the heavy flame tops, the wide flames, and I love plain tops that have character like this one. This guitar is pretty well all original. It looks like somebody has an ABR1 type conversion thing put on there to make it closer to a 50 spec guitar. And the other change is the tuners here. Those are Grover tuners. New holes were drilled, the old ones were filled in. So that's it for modifications. Let's take a look at this beauty. The lacquer has aged to a nice golden hue. You have some lacquer chips there, but nothing too bad. You have some scratches from string changes and whatnot, but still a very clean appearance. When this guitar came to me, it looked like it was like, on an abandoned ship. All the frets were like this weird gold and rust color. So it took a lot of cleaning to get this back to looking like new, but after polishing and oiling the fretboard and really working on it, I got it back to where it should be. So it's a beautiful player. Right now, you might want to set it up to your personal standards. There's a little bit of buzzing when you're playing, but it's so minimal. I didn't want to mess with it too much because there's something magical about this guitar. I was playing it and it just has that feel to it. Like it is the classic rock guitar. You do have some tarnishing of the gold hardware on the pickups and obviously on the tailpiece and bridge there. Those are pretty much de-golded. Underneath the pickguard, still a nice condition under there, but as usual, the nut on the other side has made an indentation. So if you're a pickguard off player, that's good to know. There's, you know, polishing scratches, a few nicks and dings, like right there and there. But overall, this guitar was used, but not abused. It was well cared for. It was definitely somebody's, you know, daily player. I guess one more thing with Kalamazoo's is they typically have a larger volute. One of the Les Pauls I have, the volute like sticks all the way out to here. Some of them are pretty crazy, but it's nice to know you have that stability there. Alright, this is the 36th day of the year of 1979. Looks like there was a little bit of a chip here that somebody kind of lightly touched up with probably some type of nail polish or something. I'm guessing that's maybe what they used to fill those holes in to kind of paint it a little bit. But these are Grovers. They're a little bit stiff to turn, but you know, if they're too stiff for you, just adjust them there. Just loosen them a little bit. But I thought they were fine as is, so I left them. No breaks, cracks, or repairs to speak of. However, on the side of the neck, the finish, the red finish, has been worn off on both sides. I mean, that's just natural play where it's going to happen. But if you've never had a guitar that had that, the feel is pretty well the same. This actually ends up feeling better because it's a little less sticky because the finishes are just a little sticky. That's just how nitro finishes are. I guess the other modification are strap locks are put on. But everything else, electronic-wise, is untouched. I'd be willing to bet I was the first one to open that. And surprisingly, the tin cans that sit in here sometimes can be a really big pain to get out. But this one, you know, it's the right size. It fits in perfectly. You do have quite a bit of buckle wear. However, from far away, the only buckle wear you'll really see is right there. But when you get it in the light, you see there is the worming, as they call it, pretty much all over the back of the guitar. But it's nothing that really chews up the finish. And you do have some white marks. I was scrubbing away. I believe these will come off if they really bother you. Because I got, you know, a few of these smaller ones to come off. Not quite sure what that is. If I remember correctly, this one's like 10 pounds, 8 or 9 ounces. But it's an awesome player. It definitely has that classic rock sound and feel to it. So, thank you for watching this episode of Trogly's Guitars. If you're interested in being the next owner of this guitar, feel free to contact me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Troglys, Troglys. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel to see more guitars that I'm selling. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.